So let's see how we did. So again, pay attention to your degrees of your polynomials. So when adding polynomials, I look at both polynomials together. Also want to point out, really and truly, the parentheses, the purpose of them is to separate these polynomials. So it's separating this trinomial from this 5-term polynomial. So I always start with my largest degree. So I'll look, and in this example, my largest degree that I see is this 12a to the 5th. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to look, do I see any other polynomials that have a degree of 5? I have one with the coefficient of 5, but it doesn't have a degree of 5. So I'm going to start by writing my 12a to the 5th. And there are no other 5-degree polynomials. Now, I like to mark them as I go through so that I make sure I don't leave anything out. So the next degree that I'm going to have is to a degree of 4. So I go and I look, and the only one that I have that has a degree of 4 is this 11a to the 4th. And there are no others. Okay, so then I'm going to keep walking down the line. So the next thing that I have is a degree of 3. So I look, what do I have with a degree of 3? And it looks like the only one with a degree of 3 is this negative 10a to the 3rd. There are none others, so minus 10a to the 3rd. Okay, so the next I'm going to go to a degree of 2. So when I look at my degrees of 2, well, I don't have any degree of 2's in this polynomial, but I have a 3a squared here, and I have a 5a squared here. So both of these have a degree of 2. So I'm going to put my 3a squared and my 5a squared together, and they're going to combine and make an 8a squared. So now I've got my quadratic terms together. Next I'm going to go to a linear. So when I look at my linear terms, try to use different colors. So if you notice, in your linear terms, you have a negative 6a and you have a positive 6a. So when I put my negative 6a and my positive 6a together, they actually completely cancel out. So they're gone. You could call it 0a, but what's the point in that? So your linear terms cancel out, and the last that you have is your constant, and I only have the one constant, the negative 2. So now let's write this completely simplified in standard form from largest degree to smallest, 12a to the 5th plus 11a to the 4th minus 10a cubed plus 8a squared minus 2. So there is our simplified polynomial.